Hi everyone, it's Anne Marie, and I am back with my next design team project for Country Craft Creations. I made a travel folio that features the Authentique paper collection called Quest, and this paper collection is to die for. I don't know what else to say. Forget about all the other ones because this one is awesome. This one is really vintagey and has like all the travel stuff. It's everything I think of when I think of travel paper. So this is the project, but I'm going to set that aside and I am going to show you the individual pages in the paper collection. I actually obviously received the collection for my design team in my design team package, and I had just bought the package myself from Tammy's store because I loved it so much. So I actually have extra, so I'm going to show you everything that comes in the collection. Well, minus the chipboard papers, because the chipboards that I've already used. So this, first of all, I will show you this gorgeous blue seam binding. I don't know if that's like a cornflower blue. I don't know how to describe it, but it is just yummy. And then there's some gorgeous white. It's a little frosty white. It's really pretty. And then I have some leftover red from another design team package, and you'll see how I use that. So first of all, again, this paper collection is called Quest, and yeah, I used one of the last minute. I took out one of the elements. This is the elements page. It's not a sticker page. It's a nice heavy cardstock, but I use these as stickers. I just add some glue or some sort of adhesive to it. So you can see this says "Finding Oneself is the Quest of Life" by Socrates. Love it. And then all these cute little wander, adventure, escape, journey, making memories, let's fly away with that old, I think that's called a biplane. I'm not really sure about that. And then look at these cute little footprints. They're super cute. And then it says, don't be a tourist, be a traveler. And then there's just a bunch of other, banners and a bunch of other little, what do you want to call them? Like sticker type things that, you can decorate your pages with. There's like the old time flight attendants, and the captain. This is just all super, super cute, and I used almost all of them. So I will just start with the papers. Look at that polka dot, just gorgeous, and it's on sort of a, it's a yellow, a blue, a red, a light blue, a chocolate brown, all on like a cream color background. So that's either the front or back, and that's the reverse side with all those shipping type tags, which we all love, right? Then here's this one with the little compasses. I forget what that compass is called. I can't recall. And then look at that, the maps. Absolutely love this. Oh, sorry, that's that page. So here's the next page. There's the front. Love it. And then that's the back. You can see this is what I used on my cover. Love that. Oh, here it is. Love that old time car and the old, I think of that as a medical doctor bag. And then the old piece of the airmail. I'm not quite old enough to remember that, but I know that envelopes used to have the red, white, and blue stripe on it. Then there is the lady that's on my cover, and the balloon, and Pan Am, which obviously doesn't exist anymore. Love that. Then here's this page, just a bunch of different postcards. I found myself sitting here trying to read all these. That was a lot of fun. And then there's the back. Look at all those airplanes, like Wilbur Wright type airplanes. Love those. Look how perfect that stripe is. Look how perfect it goes with the airplane paper we just looked at. Oh, love it. Love me some stripes. And Don't know what that pattern is. That's probably one of my least favorite pages in the collection, but it's still beautiful. The colors are really nice. Look at this brick wall. Love that. And then this is the reverse of that. All the pretty, the peaches. Look at the little sailboats and the balloons and the old-time cars. And the gorgeous roses. I just think those are so pretty. And then here is the, you know what this reminds me of? I don't know what this pattern is called, but this is like whenever you look up something on Google Maps, this is that little marker on the map that says you are here. That's what that reminds me of. Oh, and then there's that one. Love it. And then this was really cool. I really love that the cut apart page. These are well, there's mostly 3x4s and then there's a 4x6. I love that we got, like if you're going on a 5-day trip, right? I love that there's a little journal card for day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. And I'll show you how I use that. And then here's all the vintage Louis Vuitton trunks and bags, an advertisement. And then here's another advertisement for I guess that's a steamship. Yeah. And then check out that balloon. Love it. And then it says your photo here. And here is the back with all the cut aparts. Love, 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 love. And there's 2 sheets of that. And then this is the, what do they call this? The call sheet, or, you know, the front of the collection. So it says it's a collection kit. Oh my Lord. Collection kit, double-sided papers and coordinating accents by Authentique. And I don't know, really, does anybody do it better than Authentique? The vintage style, I don't think so. So, and then these are some of the Spectrum papers, cardstocks from Authentique. So I got, obviously, the pretty cream color, has polka dots on one side and stripes on the other. There's that, and then there's like a golden color, mustard seed is what it's called, and that's the back. And here's the chocolate brown, or actually it's called hot cocoa, and the back. This gorgeous navy blue, it's called denim, and there's the striped side, and this beautiful gray, oops, and that's the polka dot side. This is silver dollar. And then this one is red licorice. Look at that stripe with the blue. Ooh, look how pretty that looks. And then there's the polka dots. So those are all the pages. That's everything that was in my design team package. And as I mentioned, did I mention the enamel dots that work perfectly? Well, let me walk you through the project. So this is a 7x9 folio. I have, you can see here, I mentioned the red seam binding that I had. See how beautiful the red, white, and blue goes? It's just so pretty. Then I had one of these, I forget what they're called, but it's, you know, one of those Tim Holtz thingamajigs. And I had these in my stash. These clear acrylic, different shaped little frame things that I just glued some little pieces from the element sheet, and they become like little charms. How cute is that? And it just kind of hangs off the side. I don't know if you can really see it, but yeah, love it. So that's the front, and it says, I've left my heart in so many places. This is one of the 3x4 cut aparts, and then I just used some glossy accents on the heart. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. Oopsie, see how it's shimmering or shining off of it? And then there's some of the, these I believe were vintage drops that I used. I used some of these. The blue couldn't have been more perfect match. Then here are some more of the some enamel dots. And I put a couple down here. And then these are some of those little element type sticker things. The punch outs, let's call them punch outs. So this one's adventure, wander, people, places, things, and this one says bon voyage. Love it. It is so perfect. And then there's the other side. And then I use the airplanes on the back. There's a view from the top. Oops, sorry. That's the view from the top. So when we open it up, excuse me, on the inside front cover, I just made a little pocket that you can actually just put some, oh, sorry, here's one of the cut aparts. It says, live for the moments you can't put into words. Just backed it on some cardstock, with some cardstock. And it says, in life, it's not where you go, it's who you travel with. And then they kind of just all live right there. So let me move my camera over. Sorry, guys. There we go. So they're all right there. There's some magnets under here, and there's magnets on this side. You can see the gorgeous compasses. Somebody please leave me a comment, tell me what the name of that compass is. I don't know, I think it starts with an S, but I can't recall. Anyway, so that's the inside flap, and then it opens like this. So we'll concentrate right here on the center part. So I made a couple of pocket flaps. They each have a tag that pull out, and that one says bucket list. How cute is that? And then this one says Gypsy Soul. And so it's just, you know, a little pocket. There's the pattern paper. One of the punch outs says go everywhere. That's the front. That's the back. Love this banner with this man and woman. It's like an old movie. They're standing by a car that's out on the tarmac by an airplane. Just love it. And I just thought the, really loved the brick wall paper. And then here's that gorgeous paper with the sailboats and the airplanes. And this is one of the 3x4 cut aparts. It says welcome aboard. I do remember, kinda, I think, when stewardesses used to wear these type of uniforms. Kinda. And then that's the back, excuse me, of the cut apart. And then I just tuck that right inside there, and it lives right there. Okay, so again, this is the inside, this is the center section here. This is a fold-out page. Again, I wanted to keep it simple, and I wanted to let the paper do the talking on this one. So there's those gorgeous postcards, and then over here on this flap, I just put a pocket right here to hold some tags and photos, and I just backed a lot of the cut aparts. It says I want to make memories all over the world. Isn't that awesome? And this one's the Orient Air Express. I thought that was so cool. And then this one says life is short and the world is wide. Just love it. The papers couldn't be more perfect. And again, they just live right inside this little pocket here. Then that flap's closed. And there's just a little belly band right here. Again, my favorite airplane. That blue is just so bright on my screen. I hope it's coming across for you too. And then I just took some of that, the paper, the piece of paper in the collection, I'm sorry, that has the maps on it. I just thought that was really cool. And then this is one of those cut aparts, or the punch outs. It says Bon Voyage, and I just kind of use it as a stopper to hold these from falling through the belly band. So I made, oops, I actually meant to put some of the pop outs on here. Just a little tag for two photos, or a photo and some journaling, or you could do 4 photos, whatever you choose. This I thought was cool. This was like an old-time boarding pass. It says one's destination is never a place, but a new way of seeing things, by Henry Miller. I thought that was awesome, so I just made that into a little booklet with a piece of the pattern cardstock. And then this one says, in the world through which I travel, I am endlessly creating myself. Love that. And it's just on some blue artisan cardstock I have in my stash. So those, I actually just put those all right in the belly band. And there's still plenty of room for more. And then there is the back. I kind of paper pieced together. If you'll recognize that. Oh, I squished it. Oh no. Oh no. That was on the front cover. Then there's just a little scrap, and then all those shipping type tags. And then there's a little one of the pop outs. It says make memories. I thought that was super cute. Okay, so I'm going to actually move that one to the side. This is the center cover, the center of the book, of the folio. And what I have down here is a pocket. So here again is a piece of that paper with the maps on it. I love that sailboat, or that ship, or whatever it's called. So then I'm really into these little belt buckle things these days. So I just took a piece of lightweight chipboard. Oops, it's upside down. My little airplanes. Come on, focus. Yeah, see? You can see the airplanes. I just thought that was really cute. Just glued that paper on the front and back. And then I have these little belts here, and with these two little flaps. One says be curious. The other one says travel, and they open up. Remember I pointed out the little footprints? So I put one there and just made a little tuck spot. Life is short and the world is wide. And then this one is just a little miniature version of the one I just showed you, the little boarding pass. And then I put some more little footprints right there, and it's just super, super cute. And then this is just a huge pocket that holds some little booklets that I made. Again, this is some red artisan cardstock. Love that. It's a cut apart. There's that ship cut apart. There's the Louis Vuitton. And then there's that gorgeous hot air balloon. You know, the vintagey, the little anchor. I thought it was super cute. And I put it on some red artisan cardstock, and it just works perfectly. So that all fits right back inside there. Now you don't have to do the closure. You can do magnets if you want. You can close it anyway. You can tie some seam binding in there. But I just decided to go with that because, again, I just felt like that was kind of like trunk-like the closure on a trunk, if that makes any sense. All right, and then now let's just switch over to the rightmost side. This is the flap, the inside of the rightmost cover flap, if you want to call it that. So here is just a waterfall. I think, I have to say, I think the last 50 projects I've done have had a waterfall of some sort. And I've just accepted I'm always going to do one because it's just the funnest thing ever. So this is the little closure. Here's one of the little cut aparts of that hot air balloon I just showed you. And there's a little brick wall. Here it's magnetized to just hold everything shut. So that flaps down. It's just a basic waterfall. It's a 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Check out that paper though. Isn't it awesome? I decided not to do the reverse side for journaling or additional photos. Who knows, I may change my mind and go, because I have extra paper, I may just go ahead and add more paper to it. There's my airplanes. Look how pretty. Love that. There's my stripe. Look at the stripes with the gorgeous blue spectrum cardstock and those gorgeous compasses. Look how pretty that all just looks so pretty. Even with the little bit of red showing under there, breaking up all the blue. Love it. And then this is just, there's only 4 pages, 4 flaps in my waterfall. You could, obviously you have all this much more room, you could do more. I decided to stop at 4, and there is our stewardess friend on the cut apart. And so there's that gorgeous paper on the pocket and all that really pretty old vintage the suitcases, which is gorgeous. And that all just tucks away. Okay, and then I feel like this is so crooked. This is a pocket page. So again, here is, you saw this already, the beautiful paper. And then the back flap, I just used some of the cream color spectrum paper, and it says don't be a tourist, be a traveler. I'm not sure if I left. No, I did glue that down. So you can put a photo here and a photo here, and then you have the lines for, or the stripes for journaling, or you can do 4 photos or whatever you want to do. And then there's some of the, what are those called? Enamel dots. So, and then that is a pocket page. Okay, and then here is, again, here's some of that beautiful red paper with the polka dots, and the inside is the stripes. And I just added one of the punch outs. Oh, and I did leave that open. I don't have one. I need one. Let's see. I did leave this open so that if you wanted to actually put some photos or something else there, you could. And then that will just slide right inside that pocket. Actually, you can see there's plenty more room. You can actually add many more tags in there if you wanted to. And the tutorial does tell you all the sizes of all the tags that I did. And that's coming up after this video. So, and then this is the exact same page. Well, not the exact same page, it's a little different. It is, again, another pocket page. Again, some of the beautiful pattern paper, and one of the cut-aparts, and another piece of the Spectrum cardstock. And then something that I do very frequently when I use Authentique's paper is they always have, and everybody probably already knows this, but in case you don't, on the little border on their papers, they always put an awesome quote. So this is the one that says, "Finding oneself is the quest of life" by Socrates. I always like to cut that off and include that somewhere in my project. So this is where I did that. So I just thought that would be cute, you know, whatever photo or whatever you put in there, and then you can glue it down. So that's why I left it open. And these are 2 of the tags that I made. That your photo here, that is one of the 4x6 cut-aparts, and then here's one of the pop-outs. It says, "Because every picture tells a story." And then I left it blank on the back for the journaling. And then here's some of that gorgeous gray, or actually they call it silver. It says, "Yes to new adventures," and you can see it's a shape of an arrow. Love that. So I just put these 2 right inside this pocket. And again, there's still plenty of room for more. It's just how much you want to fill it up. Okay, so, and then last but definitely not least, again, there's my favorite boarding pass. I think every travel mini album or folio needs to have a boarding pass. I can't wait. I have quite a few boarding passes from trips to Europe that we've taken, and I finally made the album that I think I'm going to put everything in. So stay tuned for that, because I will, after I put all the photos in, I'll do another quick run through. I just think that's so fun. I love when other designers do that. I love it. Okay, so last but not least, here's another little folio. It's not folio, sorry, Waterfall. It is what I call a vertical one. So there's those cute little "You Are Here" markers. You can hear it's magnetized. Originally, I used one of the smaller basic gray magnets, and it just was not strong enough. So I actually had to, you can see it here. I forgot to cover it, sorry. I had to switch to the larger magnet, and unfortunately I had already had it placed underneath here, so I had to, I think it's not so bad. This is one of the pop-outs. So what I did was, if you recall, I showed you those, the 3x4 cut-aparts. Look, I just did this. I just think it will be so cute. So my plan for this is to put photos on this page and on these tags and on this page on our trip, from our trip to Budapest in Hungary, and So I have 5 days there, so I could journal about what was my most favorite things on each day. I can't wait to do that. So, and then here's a photo. I'll put a photo of Michael and myself right here while we're in Hungary. So I thought that was so cool. And then that just closes, and that is pretty much it. So the way I try to do this is I try to keep I try to close it in such a way that the pages don't get squished or wrinkled. So I think I go like that. So I kind of try to offset, I can't remember, I think those two go down. And then, yep, and then it closes all up. You can see inside. See what I mean? It's like it doesn't, nothing is squished, right? So that the pages don't get wrinkled. I don't know if that makes sense to you. It makes perfect sense to me. So there's the spine again. Oops, back. And there's the charms, and that's the front. It's just, I just love it, if I do say so myself. Like I said, the paper couldn't have been more perfect, and I hope you all run to Tammy store and grab this paper, especially if you had, you know, a special trip this summer, or you're about to take a special trip. You will not regret it, I promise. I promise. So, thank you so much. Thanks for humoring me and listening to me chat. I had way too much coffee today. And I promised a tutorial. I've listened to other people's comments, and sometimes I hear them too chatty, but yeah, gotta be me. But anyway, so the tutorial will be shortly after this video goes up, and have a great weekend, and I will see you with the next project. Thanks, bye!